welcome to COVID-19 work from home tips. Welcome to episode number 4. I'm so excited to be here. I'm your presenter, Dr. Melissa Tranquille. I'm the director and founder of MT Training Enterprises. MT Training Enterprises is basically a training company, and we provide coaching, freelancing, and training solutions to businesses, entrepreneurs, and professionals. So for businesses, we help them with performance management and productivity training. With entrepreneurs, we help them to launch their own coaching business in 12 weeks. And we also work with persons who want to lose weight in 12 weeks, lose 10 to 30 pounds in 12 weeks. So these are basically the 4 functions that we presently focused on in our training business. So I'm happy to be here again to present another episode of Work from Home Tips. I want to thank those of you who have sent me some great feedback and have let me know that it has been valuable to you. So today, for tip number 4, we're going to talk about the virtual workplace. The aim of this series is to show you how you can make your work from home experience less stressful, more productive, and more joyous. And one way you can do this is by using the virtual workplace. And especially if you are a manager, you will find this is a great way to keep in contact with your team, a great way to keep things going as if you're in a physical location at work using the virtual workplace. As a matter of fact, there are about 100 companies in the US, 170 companies, I believe, in the US that are 100% virtual compared to 2014 when there were only 26. And my source is the Hartford, I think the Hartford.com. So I believe, especially with the advent of coronavirus, I believe that many workplaces may begin to consider this option even more, or perhaps give their employees, make this option available to the employees even more, even though some companies in the past would have said that they're willing to discuss such options. They don't necessarily always give the employees that option. But going forward in the future, it is highly likely that we will begin to see many more companies adopting the work from home style of working, or giving their employees that option to work from home. Because the Stanford University found that, I think, let me get my source right. Yes, also the Hartford.com. The Stanford University found that companies can save an average of $2,000 per employee if they allowed employees to work from home. And the same study found that employees who worked from home were more productive than employees who regularly worked from the company's office or at the company's office. So working from home actually can be a great thing for you. You will be more productive, but it is essential to apply the tips that I'm sharing so that you can make that experience one that is less stressful, one that is beneficial and more advantageous for you. Now, we can have disadvantages with the virtual workplace because you will lack that social contact, that face-to-face contact that will be missing with the virtual workplace. So that can be seen as a very big advantage. And then if things are not properly managed, you can have various complications arising out of communication issues and tracking progress. So hence, this is why it's essential. If you are a business right now that has begun to do things remotely, it is essential that you pay consideration to that virtual workplace experience. How can you make it beneficial for the company and employees at large? So you need to consider things like how you're going to communicate effectively, how you're going to maintain social interaction, how you're going to track people's progress, how you're going to collaborate on projects. And there are many video conferencing tools and scheduling tools out there and project management solutions out there that can make the virtual workplace experience one that is quite beneficial. As a matter of fact, me and my small team, we have begun using Facebook Workplace. I'm not sure if many of you have heard of it. I'm not advocating for any one software or solution over another, but Facebook Workplace has everything integrated all in one place. So I just want to leave that tip with you. If you're working from home, especially if you're a manager, and even if you're not a manager, you can still organize your virtual workplace where you still can conduct your video conferencing using Zoom. You can use Outlook where you still can get your scheduling done, and there are lots of free software out there where you can still collaborate on projects. So it's not a matter of now things are remote, what am I going to do? There are solutions and options up there. Now it's time to think of how am I creating my virtual office to make it work for me. So how are you going to create your virtual office today to make it work for you? What are some of the things that you need to focus on? Do you need to focus on how you communicate with other persons? So for instance, and I know I promise that these videos will be very short, and I love to teach, so I'll try not to get ahead of myself here. But for instance, communication. Now that you have your virtual office from home, still follow certain rules where, just as in the office, the physical location, you have a set time to send out emails or respond to emails. You have a set time for responding to communications, for making your various calls, so you still need to follow certain disciplines that you have adopted at your physical office location. You still follow those disciplines, even using the virtual workplace. So the virtual workplace, for instance, Facebook, it has a means where you can send chats to each other, texts to each other, and it arrives instantly. You make sure that this communication stays strictly professional, so you don't find yourself now with new type of distractions. So these are some of the things that you have to consider for your virtual office. How can you make it work for you? If you're doing video conferencing with customers or with your fellow colleagues, you need to consider your office environment. Ensure that you are in a room that is free from distraction, free from noise, and that the background is one that doesn't have a poster of your favorite superhero in the background. So keep it professional. So my aim here is, in setting up your virtual office, or if you're a manager, your virtual workplace, to make it work for you. Make a list of some of the things that you need to consider with regards to communication, with regards to collaboration, with regards to tracking progress and goals, and ensure that you have the systems in place to ensure that these can still occur smoothly. Like I said, Facebook has an all-in-one solution, and you can find several out there. You can also use Zoom. I use Zoom for video conferencing. Some people use Skype. I use Outlook for my scheduling and for my reminders. So you find what works for you, but remember to employ the same disciplines that you would have had at your physical location, even for the virtual office, and keep things professional. I hope you enjoyed today's tip and that it was of value to you. If you ever want to know more about what I do and how I help people, hop over to www.mttrainingenterpriseslimited.com. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share it with a friend, that they too can get the benefits of these work from home tips. See you tomorrow with tip number 5. Bye for now.